friends, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a DIY garland set. And what I'm starting to do here, as you can see, is I'm going to start by making my pom-poms. Now, if you are interested in making the beaded garland, be sure to check out a video that I'll be linking in this just in this video's description box. It is the would-be DIY fall garland is what I called it, I think, the video, if I'm not mistaken. And you can definitely go and check out that video so that you can recreate that wooden bead garland. But in the meantime, what I'm doing is actually just removing, you'll see it later in the video, I'm going to remove the existing tassels and I'm going to add new tassels. But instead, what I'm doing, because I only have very little yarn, I am actually making pom-poms. Now, this is my first time ever making pom-poms, and because we are friends, we are doing this together. So please don't judge the pom-pom end result, because I can honestly tell you already they don't look exactly like pom-poms. And I think part of the reason is because I needed to go around. If you can see here, I'm showing you the process as to, I'm going to show you about 3 different times as to what I did to create that pom-pom. But in other words, I went over my hand 50 times around my hand with the yarn. I also tried it 80 times, and I can tell you that you probably need to go at least around 100 times if you're going to go around your hand or around a small object like this little piece of art here that I have. If you're Latino, then you know that's El Chavo del Ocho. It's a piece of art that my husband bought at an art walk many years ago, but it was just a perfect size, so I was using it to put my yarn around. Here you can see where I'm putting my hand around it, or I'm sorry, I'm going around it on my hand. And like I said, it is important that you count so that you can have all of your pom-poms, or let's just call them like little snowballs, so that you can have them looking exactly the same. Like I said, I recommend you doing it at least 100 times, because then I think it makes it fluffier. It makes for a fluffier pom-pom. Then also you do have to go around with the scissors and make sure that you reshape it. I know there's a couple of other ways that you can do it, but it involves kind of preparing better for it. And I didn't feel like doing that on this day. I just wanted to do something quick and just kind of bring it to you guys as to not delay the video so much anymore. So here you see that I'm trying to give a little bit of form to that pom-pom, and then I go over it with the scissors, which you'll also see later down the video. The way that I'm grabbing this pom-pom here, it's probably not the right way, because then I'm actually cutting each side individually, and I think it needs to be shaped as a whole. So you have to grab all of the string, and that is how you would achieve that round look. Next step here, I'm going to create 2 additional garlands, which are very basic, very easy to make. And pretty much to create these 2 garlands here, it's going to cost you literally $3. That twine that you see there is from the Dollar Tree. Those wood snowflakes snowflake cuttings are from the Dollar Tree, as well as those small golden jingle bells. And what I'm trying to do here is create an additional garland, and I'm thinking as to what number I should use. So the pom-poms, I did 5 in total, and then the snowflakes I'm also doing 5, because I think if I did 7, because the snowflakes are kind of big, they would have looked a little odd, literally. And then for the jingle bells, because they are so small, I actually used all 9 of them. And I always tell you guys in all of my DIY or decorating videos that when you are decorating, you should always try to pair items in odd numbers. So if you want like a small amount of items, then you should do 3. Next up, moving up to the 5, 7, and so on. And it's just going to look better. It's going to look more cohesive. Just trust me on this one. I've tried it for many years and it's always worked out. And here you can see that I'm working on my next garland, which is the Jingle Bell garland. I just wanted to find something gold, and what I was actually looking for were like the little gold bells that they sell at the Dollar Tree. I didn't find any this year, but that's what I was hoping to find. And really quickly, I just want to remind everyone that you don't have to spend a lot of money to make your house look pretty or cozy or whatever it may be. And you should always use decor that makes you happy. I cannot stress this enough. Before we continue on with this DIY, I just wanted to quickly give a shout out to my friend Giselle from CASA VERALI and Giselle on a Dime. Giselle, thank you so much for being so kind and such a good friend and being so genuine. Please, you guys, if you are watching this, if you are my personal friend or my friend here on YouTube or Instagram, go follow my friend Giselle over on Instagram and go subscribe to both of her channels. She shares wonderful content and she is an awesome human being. So here you see me kind of measuring out how the garlands are going to look. Also, I was going to use this garland that I purchased from Walmart. It is wool little balls and they are super beautiful. And this is another thing when you're decorating, you want to use the same type of materials throughout your home to give it a sense of cohesiveness. So a lot of the times the colors don't have to match, but they do have to match as far as texture. So there's so much things to design. It's not just about the textures, it's not just about the color. There has to be a sense of cohesiveness, and that's kind of what I try to do around my home. So in this case, that is part of the reason why I needed something gold. My Christmas tree, if you guys watch my previous decorate with me video, which I'll link also in the description box so that you guys can go watch it if you haven't, my Christmas tree is gold. So in this little setup that I did on my TV stand, I needed to include something that was gold. So as you can see, some of the trees here are flocked with gold glitter. Then I have a Christmas tree on the far left side that is gold, and then that's why I added the gold jingle bells. So that's kind of what you want to do. So if I'm gonna put something of decor or Christmas decor on my table, I have to make sure that I include something that's beige, white, and gold. Why? Because this is the theme that I'm going with. So this is how you can keep things cohesive. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. Like I always say, it makes a lot of sense to me, and that's why I'm telling you guys and sharing it with you guys. I like to share what I know. So going back to the pom-poms here, you can see how I'm shaping it. This is the right way to shape your pom-poms, and this is how you're gonna get the better result. You grab the entire ball into your hand, and then you kind of just cut the excess string. And I pretty much think that I did that all with each one of them, and now they look a little bit better, a lot better than they looked when I was initially making them. Then I'm moving on to measuring the other garland here, and I'm just trying to figure out how I can make it look better. Let me go back to that wool garland that I told you guys that I purchased at Walmart. It was only $13, and I actually ended up not using it because it just didn't fit anymore. It was either I was going to leave it at 4 garlands, which goes against what I've been telling you guys that you guys should do. Always make sure you guys use odd numbers when you're decorating, or I was going to have to figure out a new garland to make it a total of 5 garlands. And honestly, I didn't have the energy for that anymore, or the willingness. And I just feel like when you do things without wanting to do them, then they're not going to turn out right. And so I just left it at that. I only left it at 3 garlands. And so I don't know if I'll return that wool garland or what I'll do. If you're really interested in this wooden bead garland, again, it is something that I made myself, but I will also leave a link in the description box if you guys want to purchase it from Amazon. And this is the final result, you guys. I hope that you guys like this video. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Leave me a comment so I know who you are. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you did, leave me 3 snowflake emojis so that I know that you are still with me and I know who you are, and I appreciate you tremendously if you are still here with me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are enjoying this holiday season. Bye.